I was born and raised in East San Jose, which has the biggest Vietnamese population. Growing up as a second generation Vietnamese person was difficult because I never spoke Vietnamese fluently. I was made fun of because I couldn't speak the language. I remember so many times I was told, "You're not one of us because you don't speak the language." After hearing that, I disconnected with the community because why be associated with being Vietnamese if they didn't see me as one of them? I hated the community, and I told myself I would never reconnect with them. I hated to say I was Vietnamese. I dreaded coming to Grand Central Mall in San Jose in any Vietnamese event. I just couldn't stand it. And this was an identity I lost for a decade of my life. And what's interesting about me is my identity was shaped by the Mexican community of San Jose because I had Mexican friends, so I grew up embracing the culture more. At times, I felt more Mexican than Vietnamese, and I took an intro to Chicana studies class at the end of college where I felt more empowered to learn about the Mexican community. However, things changed one day in 2017. My mom was diagnosed with liver cancer, and she passed away in 2018. On her last day, I remember I apologized for being so lost in my Vietnamese roots, and I felt ashamed. However, the next day, I opened a photo album, and I saw a picture of me. I was like, "Wow!" I'm Vietnamese, y'all. I saw being Vietnamese was more than a language. And a month later, I had to go to San Jose State, and I minored in Chicana studies, but something was still missing. And it wasn't until summer 2021 I joined the Vietnamese American Roundtable to reconnect to my community. In VAR, we had to do a community project on an issue, and I wanted to address the racism within our community against Black Americans. So I talked about how Black Americans helped refugees after the Vietnam War, where over 50 Black American activists, wanted us here. Bayard Rustin, who was a part of the International Refugee Committee, advocated to open the doors for us and saw us as our brothers and sisters, not enemies or competitors. I remember the joy that day presenting my project, and to reconnect is to educate the community. Despite the past, I knew it was time to reconnect and to heal the wounds. I don't hate the community anymore. And I know not everyone will make fun of me for not speaking the language. I found my roots being in the Mexican community, but also it's always been in the Vietnamese community. The roots were just, waiting there for me, and I'm glad to call East San Jose my home. Thank you everyone for listening.